Hello and welcome back to episode number 6 here at FBS HQ. This week is much more banger focused and we're going to be in the workshop a lot more compared to the last few weeks where we've just been here, there and everywhere. We've got to get this behind us sorted and fixed, ready for Ipswich next weekend. We also have the Mark IV, which is in the other barn. We're going to get that stripped because we've got the kit for that coming next week, so we can actually start getting that built. We also are heading over Sunday to go and pick up a built car, which is coming with a shell and some more spares as well. So we've got a lot more to do this week, and we're actually going to probably do a little bit of work in here. So I hope you all enjoy, and let's get into it, I suppose. So, we think we've sorted the problem with what went wrong with this. We think it's the crank sensor. So what I've done is I had a spare engine over in the corner, which I've now taken the crank sensor, which was on that, off. The plug was slightly different to the one that was on the car originally, so I've had to take the plug off on both ends. So it's going to need all rewired and redoing pretty much. So we're taking a trip up to Martin's tomorrow, which we're going to get loaded up in a second because we're going to get it's like 45 minutes down the road, so we'll get sorted now. We're going to load this up and then Martin's going to give us a hand basically rewiring it all, because when we were at Hednesford, I kind of made a bit of a mess of it, really, because I was rushing to try and get it sorted and rushing to get out and literally tore it all apart. And yeah, so he's going to give me a hand getting it all back rewired and fixed pretty much. So we're going to head there tomorrow. So we're going to pull this out now, and then we're going to see if we can go and fetch the Mark IV, which is in the other shed, and then bring that in here to get stripped. And yeah, but hopefully this is what we think it is, and this will then be pretty much ready to go. I was going to change the rear axle on it, but because I think I'm going to go and smash it up, there's not really much point in wasting the rear axle, because if I go and blow someone up and someone then comes and blows me up, I've just wasted a fresh axle for no reason. So we'll probably just leave it as it is. As long as it's running and everything else is alright, we'll probably just take it as it is. But yeah, we'll get cracking, and hopefully this fixes it. So that's the Mark IV all loaded. We'll take that to Martin's tomorrow, and hopefully by the time we come back tomorrow evening, it will all be ready to go and we'll be ready to race a week before the meeting, which would be very nice. Right, let's try and pull that Mark IV out and start taking that apart. So that's the Mark IV in the unit, and it is rather hard work when you're on your own because you've got to steer the car and push it and all that fun stuff on your own. I've got no 4-stud wheels that are pumped up, so I couldn't push it myself, but it's in now, and the plan was to have an estate for my sister's prom, but there is literally none, like, within reason to go and collect. There's one that was like two and a bit hours away, but I just hadn't found the time to go and get it. And all the kit's coming for it next week, so I just thought, well, I've got the Mark IV sat there, so I'll just build the Mark IV for it. We've obviously got the Mark V that's going to be built from the stuff out there, and then obviously this one's going to be built with the new stuff. So, yeah, we're going to try and get this as far stripped as we can over the next few days, and hopefully by next week we can have it started to be built and get it all painted, because we've got Dan Klein coming end of next month. 21st rings a bell. I'd have to double check with him. So it needs to be literally built and painted by then. And then, yeah, the prom is what we now? Yeah, end of next month. So got a month to get it done, which should be easy enough to get it done, but I want to try and make it look as smart as possible. But we're going to get cracking, get it all stripped out, and then, yeah, start getting it built. So we've managed to get all the seats out, the rear lights, and now we've got the space now to just take all the rest of it apart. We had a bit of problem with the back seats. So when you take your back seats out, you've got these little springs that you've got to like kind of like hit inwards, and then it like pops the back seat out. They're a bit of a nightmare, and one of them come out easy. This one wasn't coming out for nothing, so we had to cut that one out. But other than that, everything else come out pretty simple. So now we're gonna have a roundup of tools so we don't lose anything, and then Found out the problem. We changed pretty much everything. The crank sensor, that was fine. We changed it and it still wasn't doing anything. Literally changed everything, and then we changed the ECU and it fired straight up. So we're now running a different ECU. We're running the 16 valve ECU instead of the 8 valve, because that's all Martin had, and that's what he was originally going to be running, but his kept misfiring on it. But this runs absolutely perfect on mine, so we are going to run with that, and it's pretty much good to go. We need a little pull on the front, and other than that, it's pretty much ready to race. We did have to change the rear axle in the end, because when loading up, the wheel on the rear was really on the piss, and then we looked at it and it had actually snapped on the axle. So we've changed the axle now, and that probably explains why the last 5-6 laps in the final, the back end was trying to overtake me. God knows how we finished with the axle like that, but we did. But yeah, that kind of explains why it was trying to spin me out going into the bends. But other than that, the car should be pretty good now. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. We'll give the front a pull in the next few days. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. But also a big thanks to Martin for giving a hand getting it done. So over the last few days we've gone and picked this up. It come up on Facebook for a real cheap price. It come with this fully built, and it just come with a bundle of spares, like tons. There's loads in the front and rear axles and everything. So we went and picked it up. It also comes with another shell, which I've still got to go and grab. But for the price I paid, it wasn't a bad deal really. There is some bits that we probably won't use from it, but half it we probably won't even use, to be fair. We might just sell on. But like the engine bay has got, obviously it's got the carb engine, all the mounts and everything. So yeah, it weren't too bad going. And now we've got about 3 spare engines, so it was worth the money. So we've just got to strip it, take all the spares out, put them in the spares box, and then go from there. So that is all the spares unloaded. We have got tons now. We shouldn't need any more for a little while. We broke it come with a complete front bed as well. It obviously had loads of spares in the car, and then there was a complete front bed which we broke up and split. So now there is nothing we are short on really. The only thing now is we've got to get that stripped, but I need to try and figure a way to get it off the truck, because where it's got no back wheel, it ain't going to roll, and I haven't got a forklift here. So I'm either going to strip it on the truck or try and see if someone can come and lift it off. But stripping it on the truck is going to be a bit of a pain, because all the stuff I want out the engine bay needs lifting out by an engine crane. It's times like this where I wish I had a high-ab, but the spares are out at least, and then we'll get that stripped probably some point next week, and then taken to scrap with loads of rubbish in it. We're going to go and get the Mark IV finished, hopefully, as far as we can. There's not a lot left to do on it. We come down again yesterday for a little bit. I met my mate down here and we did a tiny bit of work on it, but not much. So there's just a few little bits left to do, and then yeah, that'll probably be it for this week. But we're going to get cracking and see how we get on. So this is as far as we've got so far. We have it probably half stripped. We've obviously got all the front end to do. We've got to take the windows out. Obviously the back window's been smashed out. It just needs tidying up around the outsides, getting all the other bits off. Same with the front window. The front window is out. It just needs the edge bits to be taken off. But we're nearly there. I'm hoping we can get as far done today as possible. So we'll see how far we can get done, and hopefully by the end of it, it'll be as much as we can before I go home. So that's the dashboard out, and annoyingly, I thought I pressed record while I was taking it out, and apparently I didn't. So we only caught the end of that. Obviously, there's still loads left behind the dashboard that needs to come out, but I've literally got 4% left on my phone charge with no charger here. So that will actually bring us to the end of this week's video, unfortunately. I'm literally running out of days sometimes to get down here and spend good time down here, really. So we're just like trying to get as much of a video as we can. This is obviously not that far away now. Most of it's stripped. We'll get the rest of the front end done at the start of next week's video, and then hopefully by the end of next week we'll have the stuff to start putting in it. We're going to take the cage out of the car the banger I picked up, and then get it re-welded, because obviously there's some rule changes with kill switches and things like that, so we're going to get that all like to the rules. And also the cage I picked up, that's in the banger, I want it adapted a bit to suit me more, if that makes sense. So we're going to take that to Kyle's, and he's going to get it all welded up and adapted and stuff to how I want it. But we should have most of the stuff to start building it soon. Obviously it's going to be painted and sign written, so we are going to literally gut it out and make it as best we can. We've obviously got a month to build it, so we've got plenty of time. This week a little bit of a shorter one. Obviously with 1600s, the downside is you're working on the same type of car all the time. Sometimes you've got a Mark V or sometimes you've got a Mark IV, but they're pretty much the same, and the build prep is the same. The only positive to 1600s is there's a lot more 1600 meetings than there is unlimited meetings. So the race videos, there'll be plenty of them to come out, but whereas the unlimiteds don't have as many, because obviously a lot of them focus on the BWS rounds and things like that. Whereas at the minute, I'm not chasing any points, so I'll just turn up to any meeting a car's ready for. So I'm trying to do bits to make it not as repetitive, but it will probably become quite repetitive. So we'll try and do little things to make it a bit better. We are racing at Ipswich Bank Holiday Monday, a week yesterday. And then following that, we're going to go to Stansted for a memorial meeting, which is on the following Sunday. So we've got plenty of meetings coming up, and yeah, hopefully many more videos. If you're wanting custom hoodies, tops and all that stuff, drop me a message on RRC Racewear or my personal account. I can get them all done for you. We do custom hoodies, t-shirts, coats, hats, anything, any formula, any car, whether it's sign written or not, we can get it done. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Everyone that makes a comment, I'll reply to every single comment. Let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and anything helps the channel. Also with the subscribers, we're closing on 1,000 subscribers now, so if we could try and hit that soon, that'd be great. Obviously when we hit 1,000, I'm going to give away a voucher for RRC Racewear, so hopefully that's not too long away. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. A little shorter than compared to last week, but there is plenty coming up, so hopefully you're not too bored listening to me ramble on. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week.